Chapter 1 and ladies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Lazy was in My Hero Academia. So, they all call him lazy. And he has a brother. I know, I'm weird. Before we get into the what if, I may add some disclaimer. Reason why I'm doing these what ifs for My Hero Academia is because I really enjoy it very much. And yeah, so if you guys want me to change it, just say, how about do one of your old videos of the what if Dragon Man was in Seven Deadly Sins, or one of those other videos, or redo them. So yeah, and this one has been carefully planned out. Oh, yeah. So, but first, did I not save the guy from... Hold on, give me a moment. There we go. Sorry about that. So, this is how a story goes. Actually, this is his brother. Yeah. This guy used to be a mutant. No, he was quirkless. But everyone was like, okay, this guy's not... We're not mad at this guy. We're mad at his brother. Kind. So, but one day, his brother didn't see a little girl in the water drowning. But his brother, or actually, he saw her as he tells him that in her, as he jumps into the water, as he was a pretty good swimmer, so he swam towards her as he got her, or as he lifts her out of the water. Him brother, as he threw her to him and he caught her. As right before tragedy happened, his brother's got brutally... As he turns around, he sees the boulders as it hits him in a face. As he tried to swim back, but then it hits him in the back too, as it killed him, drowned him. As he thought he was dead, and saving... As he starts to tear up, as he loved his brother. So then, yeah, he knew that if he tried to jump in to save his brother, they would have both been killed by the tidal waves. And yeah. So now we cut to the Quirk Doctor. Let's say they were at age of 5. They just got their quirk checked before. At age of 4. So then that happens. The Quirk Doctor looks at Anthony, or picks him up, and puts him in through the tube. After he healed him up. As he is, or he didn't have green hair. He didn't have the same colored hair as his brother. He had the same color of hair as his brother, like twins. But then the brown hair. So he transforms him into having brown hair. And his name got changed. Or actually, Lazy, or no, wasn't his first name. He went by by Piper. Yeah. Piper was his name. And don't get into any ideas, okay? It's not mean anything. It's just the... So, then they changed his name to Lazy. Yeah. Because so he got experimented on. But let me remind you, he was born with a power of infinity and 0. So, yeah. So the quirk that they gave him is almost similar to Bleach. Yeah, that anime. But so he gained, or he didn't lose any of his memories, because all of his memories got put into 0. And it created a new personality for him. It's similar to that guy. But instead of being like super rude, like who he is, yeah, this personality is more calm. more focused on. So now, that was 10 years later, as he is now going to UA with the laser dude. Yeah. As he's so, like, relaxed that even, like, some people find it scary. So, I'm not gonna do that quirk thing because it's just the funny thing. But Zuko, so Lazy got class 1B. Lazy got class 1B. As everyone's like, man, this guy is more relaxed than. And some of them ask who his name is. My name is Lazy. Nice to meet you all. As he's a more chilled out dude. So, and because he had a quirk got put into him, he didn't, or like Infinity, he used his own relax skill or his Infinity power to make sure, as he's so relaxed. And sometimes it's finds scary where she likes him because that's how much scary he can get to. So, yeah. And then the other spy, the Lazy wrote down on a piece of paper of his name to make sure to get. So, let's do a time skip because he was in class 1B. To the sports festival. He got last place. Or like one of those like places where they cut you from the tournament thing. As he says, all right. As everybody's like, man, this guy's so relaxed. Is that part of his quirk or something? As he gets a phone call from Hero Killer, or not Hero Killer Stain, from Kirigiri, asking him to go down to these, or have to deal with somebody. Okay, who am I dealing with? Okay. As he comes out of nowhere, he means the Hero Killer Stain. And he meets Hero Killer Stain before the Tenya's brother. As he says, not really into fighting, but as his body starts to, like, he doesn't, like, get fully transformed, but his eyes turn black, like, minus the white part, like, this part. Just imagine his eyes turn black. As he straight up killed All For One. Or no, not All For One. Hero Killer Stain. As Hero Killer Stain was dead. Like wiped out of existence. There was not even a trace of him. As so then he goes back. Is the yeah. So then the next day, or after everyone else got the pro hero things, and he just didn't get any. As he's just like, okay. So I'm skipping it. So that part. Because he already had his feast of today. Or that fateful day during the sports festival. So Zuko ends up. So then Lazy decides, to be more. He's just relaxing with in his bedroom. Yeah. So he's so like relaxed that they're like, man, does this guy even care if he wants to be a pro hero or something? You're just you're so relaxed. Why? And everyone asks him why. Because of my quirk. Relax. Yeah, relax. It allows me to calm myself down. A lot. Yeah. And it doesn't affect anyone else except for myself. Man, I sure. It's pretty useless quirk to have. Huh. Well, nah, I'm okay with that. So, yeah, it's been. So, yeah. So he just walks around. So now the camp park. They kidnapped, let's say, Bakugo. No. And now the villains kidnap Bakugo. And the name brought him back with the actually brought Bakugo and brings Lazy back to their lair, as he's like, okay. So then the thing goes boom. As now we cut to All for One versus All Might. All Might is about to kill All for One right into the chest with 100% of his is like smash, as a hand comes out of nowhere, caught the fist, and sends it flying. As good job, Lazy, as All for One says. Now I'm leaving this fight up to you. Oh, my royal Nomu. As All Might's confused, but he sees him transforming. He was transforming into a monster as he says, as it is time for you to die here. I hope that you enjoy the afterlife, All Might. And don't worry, all those other pro heroes will join you in the afterlife. As a monstrous roar, as All for One tells All Might that my greatest creation got built from the dead body of a drowned kid. And as the six-armed guy, this guy right here, he ended up, when he heard the drowned kid, that means his brother is still alive, as he couldn't believe his own eyes. It's been 10 years since he saw him. After that moment, he went full bore, as everyone like looks over at him, and says, "What's the matter? I know that Nomu from anywhere. He is my brother, Piper." And yeah. No, it's not the dog. So, yeah. And they could not believe that why didn't you tell us that you had a brother? And he says, well, I didn't tell you because, to be honest, back then he got killed by the rocks and trying to save the girl from drowning. But now those villains need to die. As he runs in And as the all for as Zuko uses his blast to blast at All Might, as All Might dodges out of the way, as he does like punches to Lazy, as Lazy just like wiggles it off like it was nothing. As he goes in with his horns, because he wasn't, as he charges in and he's about to kill All Might, but then his brother steps in. Brother, please stop. As he looks up at him, you're not my brother. No, but you're using my brother's body. Why? Hey, it's torture. It's... Yeah. First, when Lazy came out, when he blocked the attack, this is what he looked like, with his sharp eyes. And then he does that stuff. As All for One says, I order you to kill all of the pro heroes. As a beam about to shoot at his or other. But then, out of nowhere, let's say there was an obedience chip on his back. Then, once it's like a shock collar. He can't then disobey his master. As he could hear his own brother inside of his own head telling him to help him. Like, help me, big brother. I will. Yeah. So, All Might was down, but he wasn't killed off. As he looks... As he goes... like... Yeah. He wasn't like normally, as he tries so hard to like, as he holds him like, as he grabs the horns before he shot the laser off again and broke it. As he then hangs his head back, hits and him in the face, as he jumps away. As the All for One says, "What are you doing?" You pathetic creature. As he yells at the. As the. As All for One could tell. Now could tell that he's regenerating the horn back. As he's about to hit the man, as All Might was too stunned to move, but the attack decides, or actually Zero used the, or actually he was worried that the attack might end up hitting both of them and ending their lives, but luck would have it, a blue portal opens up. Saves both of them. As, yeah. Both portals, or then the portal opens behind All for One. And when it shot through, and it ends up hitting All for One and his arm that had a button, and then as it, like, kind of like how Batman got his arm chopped off by Superman's heat vision thing. Yeah. And a portal opens up. And what came through was a white man with white skin with the same colored hair as him. As he says, let me get a better image before I move on to this story, okay? So, this guy right here, as he says, "Hey brother, what's up? Sorry it took so long. Now I'm really mad at." Okay? And I am negative version of your brother, so call me Zero. Okay? As he could not believe that his brother had a alternate version of him that was in Zero. Is that, wait, Heimer, is that really you? Wait, so that's a dark version of you. Oh, but Zero? Yeah. It's me. It's me, Mario. Sorry. So, yeah, he says, yeah, but please call me by the Zero. That's my hero name, if we make it this out alive. Now, ready to, like, tango? No, All for One? I know that you were controlling my body from the very beginning. After that waterfall incident, now I'm real mad. at you for experimenting on me for those 10 years. As he goes in and like chops off the other arm, as he grabs the trigger, as he says, "Hey, Infinity," as he looks at Infinity, as the monster looks at him, as he responds, "Yes, Zero," as the "How do you feel?" as he says, "How do you feel about destroying this trigger thing?" As he says, "It will be my pleasure to do it." As he uses his beam attack, as he destroys the trigger right then and there. And yeah. And so then he turns around as he's about to, as Zero was holding All for One's head, as why can't any of my other quirks regenerate my limbs? As Zero says, as my power, not my quirk, but my power is 0. See, my power absorbs energy, and it also stops the quirk from activating. Like, basically, think about it as you're quirkless. There's nothing to be despair about. After all, I am the most powerfulest person that you ever known. As similar to my infinity. So now and plus, I don't get affected by my own laser attacks. So, like, Infinity can't harm me either. So now it's ready. As he looks at Infinity, as he says, "Ready." As he shoots a laser right at All for One. And yeah, All for One got killed. As, yeah, the attacks were so powerful. As Zuko, or as Zero grabs the mask part, like underneath his ears, and he rips the mask off. As when he did, yeah, it was pretty painful process. As, yeah. Yeah. This one. Yeah. The Zero ripped off the Infinity's mask. And yeah. As it was pretty painful process as he gets knocked out. And Zero says to them that That's how. Guess my body will probably be, put behind bars because of the crimes thing. As the detective, or let's say Principal Nezu, tells him that no need to. Oh, I know that both of you are one and the same, but and for prison, no, oh, you didn't commit any crimes. You, you're, you knew that the because you saved All Might's life from because it wasn't your fault. Yeah. But there is one thing that I need to do is to get the obedience chip off my body's back. That's how he's controlling me. That if I destroy the trigger, then he wouldn't have to be able to use it on me. Okay? And yeah. And if you guys want me to do the what if battles, like it's similar to death battles, but it's like do like what if Lazy against Dragon Man, or yeah. So my guy was in the hospital, face down, as yeah, as they he knew where it is, right between his or on his left shoulder blade, the on top of it. As they cut the meat part, the skin, as he was still sleeping, Zero was watching. As the he comes up, or he walks up, as he says, "Huh, you haven't changed a bit, hasn't you, brother? You're always the same thing as you always was. Wants to be a hero to the end." Yeah. The when as his brother says, during that 10 years, I thought you were dead. And but I didn't realize that you didn't have or you did have the power of infinity and zero. But 10 years of your life getting tortured by those villains, I should have just been with or like instead, or be in the water instead of you. No, don't think that. I care about you more than and everyone here. Look, I'm happy for you that the things made out okay. Now we're just, huh? as everyone's like, so, and no matter what, as he says, no matter what, I'm still your brother. Right? So they, it might take a long time for them to get all the quirks out of his body. Or my body. Name. So, who wants to go shopping? As he says that, as everyone's like, man, and as everyone goes to store to get some fresh clothes, as All Might was like, they could not believe that Zuko, or that Zero is the, instead of being like all dark, like, oh, I'm gonna kill everything. Yeah. And the Infinity thing, the one that Lazy, when he got transformed after, like, this is what he was for, like, All for One's battle against All Might. Then when he transforms Erms into the, like, into this monstrosity. Yeah. So now the two having two sides of the same coin. As they all thought Zero was going to be like, oh, I'm going to kill everything. But no, he says, let's go shopping. And yeah, so he goes shopping. As most of the, like, customers know that he's a mutant, so they try to chase him out of the store. But Zero says, enough. As he opens he took away everyone's else's powers, or of their quirks. How do you feel if someone says, okay, you're quirkless, you're useless, you're quirkless, you're useless? Every time. These mutants, they feel the same way. They are people with quirks. How do you feel, as Zero says, how do you feel if someone says, as about, oh, let's run you out of the store? Because you're just a monster. How do you all feel? As he is right. Every customer that was there was like, yeah, he's right. We shouldn't just judge the, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna return your quirks back. So he gives everyone back their quirks. He memorizes the quirks of which user. So yeah, because as he tells them that you all have quirks. All the people that are born as mutants have quirks. works. And yeah, please wait for part 2 to be filmed. It's just a little bit.